Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, I was coming up to Tehachapi today to do a little follow-up on the derailment from this past Sunday. This is Wednesday, and lo and behold, the scrappers are finally here at the derailment site. Now, I was under the impression that Hulcher wasn't going to do the scrapping when I was up here the last time, but I guess maybe it's just a different division of Hulcher that does this. Whatever, they're here today. The guy, I've already kind of did a job briefing with me, told me where they were going to be, all their stuff was going on, and so I told him I'd be over here in the creek, out of their way. So let's flip this thing around and watch a little scrapping. All right, well, as you can see, they've already got quite a bit of this done. There's a pile of scrap there and a pile of scrap there. There are lights, so I don't know if they started this last night or if they're anticipating short days today. Looks like they've already got quite a bit done. Things they haven't got to yet, but they have actually got quite a bit accomplished already. That's the auto rack they're dismantling right there. Not that big. Don't know what the name of that piece of equipment that cuts all that stuff up is. If you do, drop the comments below. I know I have some heavy equipment people on here that really enjoy this stuff. I'm sure you know what that is. Just let me know. Right here, they're loading up the bulk bags of the lactose, putting them on a dump truck over there. Get that stuff out of here. We don't want the wildlife in the area to be ingesting lactose and become diabetic. I'm just kidding. I don't know how much one of those bags weighs, but they're about 4 feet in diameter and maybe 3.5 feet tall. So I would imagine at least maybe 500 pounds. If you know, let me know in the comments below. I am interested to see how they do the tank cars. The ones that have square corners and sides and stuff all seem to be pretty self-evident, but yeah, I don't know if they'll get this done today or not. I hope so, because I can get up here early in the morning, but I'm actually doing docent duty at the museum tomorrow, so I don't have much time to check it out. As everyone knows my channel knows, I like big, powerful, noisy things, and heavy equipment certainly falls into that category. Now we got the loader over here getting ready to haul some of this stuff off. And the front end loader is going to keep us from seeing him scrap out the remaining pieces of the of the subframe of the auto rack. Let's see if we can move around. Yeah, I call that the T-Rex machine because kind of the way that the jaws on that thing move around kind of reminds me of a dinosaur or something. What do you think? I think I'm being a little too dramatic. Folding that thing up like a piece of paper. That's pretty cool. Sound of destruction. That's awesome. That's pretty awesome. Bringing all the stuff from over at the cutting up and loading site over here. Reminds me of when I was a pilot when I was younger. Yeah, I worked for a guy and he'd say, "Hey McGowan, get all that stuff over there and go pilot over there." All right, well, they dragged the tank car out here. Beginning to tear it apart. I can't really see. Let me see if I can get a better angle. hard time getting that flange to cut. Maybe just can't get the angle on it right or something. Oh, would be a pretty sturdy piece of steel, I'm sure. And that is a lot of pressure on. Look at it, it's lifting the back of that thing up, of that excavator up, just trying to get that pressure on there. That's something else. There it goes. There, he's got a good bite on it now. Sweet. Those cars have a double hull lining, so a little tougher to get through, but it looks like once he is able to get the movable jaw part of it down in there, the cutter, he's able to get a lot more power behind it and start cutting through it. Opening that thing up like an aluminum can. Just had to get it going, that's all. One interesting note, interesting it is that I've been up here for about 3 hours now, and I've seen 0 trains. I actually went up and shot the piece about how they fixed the rail where the derailment was last Sunday, the 1-axle derailment. which you will have already seen by the time this is up. And then came back down here, and that is just right up there is where that, actually over there is where that derailment occurred. Just trying to get it to stay up on its side there. Oh, it's gonna roll back. Oh, it caught it. Yeah. And again, these tanks were filled with mineral oil, so there's no environmental hazard of them being picked apart like this in this area. Looks like he's just picking the pieces off of it now, but anyway, that is how. Oh, look at that. There he's getting the whole outside hole off of it. So much for what I know. They asked me if I would move back. I was down there in the creek, and they asked me to move back just in case something went flying. So, well, hey, something might go flying. Might want to get it on video. Oh. Make a cool video capture. Oh. Kind of caused me to miss him ripping the whole end off the tank, though. Yeah, you'd think these guys would keep their priorities in order and make sure I had a clear shot at all this stuff. These guys have actually been so cool to me through this whole thing. These guys at Hulcher welcomed me over here to shoot videos and told me what was going on, little job briefings with me, and I really appreciate that. In this day and age, not a lot of people are willing to do that. You know, they don't want people doing hit pieces on them, and I get that. But that's certainly not my aim out here. These guys have done a really good job. The only complaint that some people seem to have is that it took them so long, but that's certainly not their fault. By the time you get government and private entities involved with permitting processes and things like that, there's no telling how long something might take. But these guys at Hulcher have been really good to me, and if you guys watch this, just know that I surely appreciate all your kindness and goodwill toward me. I got a pair of scissors through a piece of paper. And there's the inner hole. And this type of construction is why neither of these tank cars leaked a drop of mineral oil out after coming down that embankment. It's got to be, I don't know, a couple 100 feet. Got this little Bobcat looking trash vehicle down here, or up there, bringing down trucks. I walked by just a second ago and looked up, and those axle and wheels right there were rolling down the hill. He'd done that. I wish I'd have caught that. That was pretty cool. I don't know if there's any more stuff up there for him to do that with or not. The excavator here has peeled open this container here and is excavating the bags of lactose out of it. Right now he's just shredding pieces of the hull that he's already peeled off. Not sure what this guy here is doing. He's smoothing out some spots there. I'm not sure why. Maybe to make it smooth for the equipment to get up there and pull the rest of these containers down. But it is almost 12:30, so I've been up here for about 4 hours. And there goes the first train I've seen today. And he is definitely going slow. So I don't know if there's a slow order. It's the grain train. He's usually taking it easy anyway. It is one of the heavier trains they run on the mountain. But still, there may be a slow order up there where they change that rail out. By the time you see this, you will have seen that rail was chipping away. It wasn't in very good shape. So, I don't know. You know me, I love to speculate. A KCS locomotive on that one. You know, whenever I do videos, no matter what I'm shooting, I always try to get a train for all of you. I don't know if that's the track inspector or if that's the manager of track maintenance. And go the mid-train, DPUs. You can hear, I guess you can hear them. They're in dynamic mode. And this train always has point units, mid DPUs, and tail end DPUs coming up from Mojave. I don't know if they were cutting those in at Mojave and cutting them out at Summit, or I'm sorry, at Cameron. On the fly, I understand. I haven't had a chance to get up there and do any of it, check any of that out. But the last couple of times that I saw this train while I was at the Depot Museum, it still had the rear end DPUs as it was going down the hill. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing anymore. But I did see the rear of the train as it passed over there, and there are no DPUs on the end of this one. Everybody working. Well, we're up above the derailment site along the tracks here. I just ran into my source up here, and he said there's no trains anywhere. The closest one is just now leaving Bakersfield, so I'm worried about anybody coming here. Not that I'm following the tracks, but anyway, I came this way because, as you can see, the freeway over there, they're doing road construction. it's backed up almost all the way back down to Keene. So I was going, you can see the traffic's moving along going west. I was going that way from Tehachapi. Was going to turn around, come back up the freeway and go back down there. I didn't want to deal with the traffic, so I came up Woodford Tehachapi Road and this way to go down there. What is that, a deer? Yeah. See that? Oh, there she is. Oh, see the little deer. Does the deer have any dough? Yeah, $2. Yeah. But anyway, right down around the curve there is a welding gang, and they have the road blocked. So I'm going to have to turn around and go out the other way and shoot this from up here. I've been gone for about 2.5 hours. It doesn't look like they've really got anything more done than they did when I was here earlier. So I'm not going to go back down there. I thought about stopping by. I'm working at the depot tomorrow, and I thought about stopping by in the morning on the way up, but I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, the scrappers have made it. By the time I come down here again, or up here again, I'm sure all this stuff will be gone. So, yeah, there you go. All right, well, that will conclude the derailment, all the cleanup, and the scrapping of the January 21st, 2023 derailment. I hope you enjoyed all of it. I always like doing stuff like this. It interests me as well, and I know it interests a lot of you, not just the derailment stuff and train stuff, but heavy equipment. As I said earlier, I love that kind of stuff. So anyway, here are the URLs to my PayPal and my Patreon. If you can help support the channel that way, I'd sure appreciate it. Keep shooting me the ideas. Drop in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. And we'll see you all later.